I fear no man. But that thing... it scares me.
No, I ain't talking about that freak, alright? He's not here, is he? How do I get this fucking thing off?
One shudders to imagine what inhuman thoughts lie behind that mask. One dreams of chronic and sustained cruelty.
Ladies and gents, and boys and girls of all ages, Mr. Tim here, bringing yet another episode of Comic Critic. If you're just joining us, this is a show where I take a look at random pieces of media I'm either on the fence with, hate, or enjoy, ranging from mostly films and shows. Yeah, I'm back with another episode to some surprise, and I think now is a better time than ever to do so. Considering in the last episode I did, I briefly mentioned my view on Hazbin Hotel, long after I basically implied that I was not the biggest fan of Helluverse. So to my dismay just recently, it's been announced that these two shows may be crossing over, with one I'm more excited about, and the other not being too thrilled about. It has me very on the fence. Okay, so what is this announcement about? Well, it opens with Charlie giving an introduction on Hazbin getting a 3rd and 4th season, and then Blitzo comes out of nowhere being... himself. I'll save my thoughts on him later. Blitzo then goes on to say that Helluva is being brought to Amazon, and that they have basically teamed up with Spindleforce to work on both shows. Which, off the bat, doesn't seem like a bad idea when they say as well that they've been given creative control over both. And then we get the big reveal, the elephant in the room.
Now we get to fuck around with you guys from time to time.
Wait, fuck around with who now?
Well, let's see here. Do you know an angle dust or an...
Whoa, hey, okay, I get it, don't give everything away, we get it.
You're a fucking fun sucker, do you know that? I'm a giver, bitch, I'm giving.
And I love that about you, Blitz, really do, but you have to give them something to be surprised by.
Get educated. The announcement then closes with characters from each show making their entryway. Except for Alistair. He don't seem too happy. Yeah, no, that's it. Nothing else. I mean, there's really nothing else to show. I mean, what else could this video really have to offer? I mean...
Alright, bye!
Piss off. So, what are my thoughts on this announcement? As I've said, I'm on the fence with it. It could go really well, or fall flat in an instant. And what it all comes down to with every crossover is chemistry. If the characters from both shows have decent enough chemistry, it'll at least be something of worth. But at worst, I could also see one of the shows being more of a nuisance to the other one. And with that said, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Blitzo is easily the biggest reason why I'm skeptical.
Yeah, that's good for you, but that's old news, bitch.
Oh, okay.
You thought the Hash Brown Motel was the only hell show that Daddy Amazon was horny for? Listen up, chuckle fucks. I'm a giver, bitch. I'm giving. Fuck this. Let's hit big.
Like, my god, he's annoying. I'm sorry, I just can't stand him being a fast-talking middle schooler who just learned how to swear for more than 10 seconds. I mean, yeah, the Hazbin characters swear a lot too, but not in every other sentence like he does. And if you don't believe me, take a shot every time he says a swear in this announcement and how many times Charlie says one. Which does at least lean into what I am looking forward to, most of the characters from Hazbin. Specifically, Charlie herself. She's one of the reasons I kept watching Hazbin to begin with. Ain't none of y'all know what you're talking about. This is a peak main character.
I do not care!
But what about the rest of the cast? Well, maybe something great can transpire from Moxie and Charlie interacting. And so help me God if that gets fucked up. Maybe Stolas and Alistair will have some interesting interactions, with both of them being overlords. Kind of. To my knowledge, Stolas doesn't seem to be one anymore, but I wouldn't know the full story since I stopped caring about Helluva after... that shit show. We could see Millie and Baggy talk about their spouses, or Husk interacting with... You do not ruin this for me. In general, these two shows crossing over can work, so long as they keep the characters in focus and have their interactions consistently planned out. But again, it does leave me skeptical, considering my thoughts on some of Helluverse characters. But until Season 2 of Has-Been comes out, or at least a trailer for its release, we don't know what direction the show is gonna go. And yes, I ignored the leaks. On the topic of Vivzie Pop shows, one thing I wanted to mention for some time is, yeah, her works aren't really the best. And most criticisms are either valid, or just come off as unreasonable. Like, saying that Has-Been or Helluva has the worst writing ever made kinda just shows you haven't really seen that much media. Of course, thinking a piece of media being the worst is subjective. However, there's a video by James Rolfe where he talks about the worst movie he's ever watched. And it really gave me at least a new perspective on what films or shows I would deem the worst ever. With one exception. That said, I do recommend this video to anyone who just has a niche for ripping on Vivzie Pop, or deems any piece of random media as the worst thing ever. Not saying Viv is perfect, she's very much flawed, but you at least could do a lot worse. Although I may be fading out the Comic Critic name from what it seems, I'm not gonna stop doing videos altogether. Just not as often. And I've said previously, I got other projects I'm working on. And now a new video idea I may release later this year. But I'll see if that pans out. I suppose in the meantime, I'll just be playing TF2, watching this movie for the 1753rd time, while I wait for Has-Been Season 2, and FNAF 2. I really should re-review that first movie, that video was terrible. I don't know if I will though. I don't know what I'm doing. Just follow me on Newgrounds on Twitter, I guess. With all that said, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. This is Mr. Tim, and hopefully, until next time.